Making a mandala for some of you might be a little bit challenging to start with just a dot in the middle and work out from there. Keeping it consistent and symmetrical can be challenging. So here is a strategy you can use if you choose to do so. I have a square piece of paper. Mine is 6 inches by 6 inches, and the paper I gave you is 12 inches by 12 inches to practice. You can do this on the paper, and you can also do it on your actual platter. So what we're going to be doing is just taking a ruler, the rulers are in the ruler drawer, and I'm going to connect the two corners. You want to make your lines as light as possible because you want them to disappear when you're done. And if you're working with the Mandala, it will burn away in the kiln. So just doing a simple X, you now have your center point for your dot. You can then take the ruler and measure halfway through, which for mine was going to be 3 inches and 3 inches. That way you aren't guessing where the center point is or where horizontal is. You will know that you have it in the right degree angle from your center point, and you can repeat that in this direction too, just splitting that distance in half, top and bottom. And you can repeat this as many times as you want to get it as complex of a mandala as you choose. So I could then measure halfway between these 2 points and go 1.5, 1.5, and then connect them across this way if I wanted to continue to make it more complex. At this point, I'm going to stop. And include my compass. This is a compass that I like because you can just use this center point here to lock together with your center point below. And you can hold it here, and you can put a dot to work the outside of the compass. You can put your pencil into any of these holes, and it will rotate around in length there. If you want a smaller circle, put your finger on the pink part and put your pencil in any of these holes. It's locking up on me today. Seriously. You kidding? Usually that'll rotate right around. So I'm going to just toss in a couple more. There are rulers on here, so if you wanted to do it very systematically, like every ½ inch or every centimeter, you could do that, so it would continue to be an equal jump from line to line. But once you have this mapped out, you could start to draw out, or what I prefer you to do is just start right with the watercolor. But you could take each one of these shapes and you can start to just make your lines in accordance with them. I'm going to grab an Expo marker real quick. And let's say this is my watercolor. I could just do a curve. And I could choose to do every single one, or I could choose to alter. But it gives you it gives you a starting point and an ending point. So I'm starting my shape from the top corner here, curving it around, and going straight down that line. Maybe I'll do my 4th one. Going straight down that line. So it kind of gives you that pattern in which to work within. And eventually that pencil line, the grid, would disappear on you. So maybe we want to do this, but then work towards, let's see, maybe we want to do a circle then on this side within that shape. And again, I can visualize keeping my circles within that framework, which is simpler than just freehanding it and keeping it consistent. So maybe on this one I'm going to go the opposite direction. So don't give this too much pre-thought, just respond to the previous shapes or lines and colors that you made. Change your colors up if you want. I really suggest not getting too complex of a color scheme. Keep it simple, probably like 4 colors or less, and you're going to find stronger success with a lower number of colors in your color palette. And from here you could branch out and go to the center point there, bring it in, maybe do a little dome. And this one maybe I repeat every time. So it's so much easier to keep it within that framework. And if you want to color on top of those lines to accentuate the framework, obviously that's your choice as well. But I want you to go, once you have your grid lines on there, I want you to go straight with the watercolor and see what happens. Just put yourself in kind of a relaxed mindset, don't stress out about it, and see where it grows. Maybe I want to go down just halfway in each one of these lines. There you go. Enjoy!